What up, everybody? It is Sanni here, and I'm going to be talking about a bunch of animes as opposed to one because there's a lot that came out and whatnot. So, the first one I'm going to be talking about is Diamond No Ace Act 2. I really did love Act 1. One thing I hate about it is they was going the Furia arc as opposed to the main character was his. I always like butcher his name, but it's a Samaru. I always butcher that. Every time I say it fast, I butcher it for some reason. But yeah, they was going towards Furia, and I really hated it because I mean we already have an anime where the main character throws fastballs and all of that. It's freaking major. So I thought they was gonna go like a different path to where this person knows how to control their pitches and whatnot, but no, they going through the Furia and he's pretty much leading the team. He's the ace and everything, and then Samura is pretty much in the background of everything. He's the relief pitcher. He's pretty much the side character in his own main story, which I hate. But I mean, I'm still gonna continue to watch the anime, hoping that it turns around and does like a 180 and whatnot. But we'll see how that plays out. I love the anime, but I hate it at the same time. So I mean, I really can't complain. And then there's another one that came with us called Fairy Gone. I watched the first episode of that. I have to say it's not an anime I might continue to watch, just for the premise. It's mainly about, I don't know who's the main character in this anime, and I didn't even bother looking. But there's like it starts off as there's like fairies, and you can control the fairies if they go in your body and whatnot. And the first episode just made no sense to me, so I didn't even bother watching the second episode that came out for that. So I'm probably just gonna skip on that anime altogether. And then the next anime that I did watch was I think it's called a Gunjo. No Magmeal or okay, something like that. But it's pretty much about it. The main character is overpowered and whatnot, and there's a new island that rose up next to Japan and whatnot, and it has new creatures and all of this, and you can get powers from going to that island and whatnot. So that seems like that would be a cool anime to watch. It's probably going to be like a 12 episode anime. I don't think it's going to be any more than that. I mean, it could be more than that, but I don't know. Just from watching, I think the first 2 episodes I've seen so far, I don't know which route it's going to take, but I think it's going to be like a 12 episode. If anything, it might have more seasons and whatnot, since I don't read manga and whatnot. So I say that one is pretty good and whatnot, and I will continue to watch that one just because I like the way it is and everything. And then the next thing will be Black Clover. That's still ongoing and whatnot, and Asta finally was able to control his demonic powers or whatever, and I actually did like how they was able to do that. And he says he can only do it once a day. So as they're doing the lead exam and whatnot, so I'm assuming he can't do that anymore through the exam unless the exam's going to pass to another day. I mean, they just finished his second round and they won and whatnot. So we're gonna see. I hope it's not all done in one day, because I mean, if it's all done in one day, that's kind of like boring. I think it should be like multiple days so Asta can use his powers again. So that's all pretty much for that. I mean, it's pretty much like a summary of what's going on through all of that and whatnot. And then there's another one that came out. It is Kimetsu no Yaiba, and it's pretty much about demons and humans, I would say. The demons eat the humans to gain more power and whatnot, and so forth. In the first episode, the main character, he was going to town to deliver some coal, and he came back and his whole family was butchered by a demon. Don't know where the demon is, but then his little sister turned into one, because apparently if you have an open wound and their blood gets in your blood, you turn into one. So he was pretty much trying to save his sister from getting killed by the demon slayers or whatever they're called and whatnot. So they gave him an ultimatum and pretty much become stronger and find a way to turn your sister back into a human. So I do like the premise of that anime, so I am going to continue to watch that because it's just super great to me. I mean, it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it is mine. And then the next one is One Punch Man Season 2. I have been waiting for this forever to freaking come out, and I freaking love it. I watched the two episodes that came out so far. The first episode was pretty much well, there's actually three. There's episode 0, which was the recap of everything that happened in season 1, and then episode 1 was pretty much what happened in episode 1. See, I have very bad memory. That's why I usually make videos after I watch the anime, because otherwise I will forget. But I do know what happened in season I do know what happened in episode 2. So episode 1, I believe they was fighting a robot. Yeah, episode 1 was about King, and how King is pretty much a lie, and he was pretty much giving an S-class certificate for Saitama's accomplishments, which I think is kind of stupid, because they didn't put King through no test whatsoever. They just assumed he was strong, gave him a certificate. I'm like, what the hell? And then they seen Saitama was strong when he took the freaking hero test, and they made him a C-class hero, even though he's stronger than everybody else, and he pretty much broke every record in that freaking place, and they made him a C-class, all because of the written part. Don't understand that. It really makes no sense how King became an S-class without any test or whatsoever. They just assume he was strong. I think that's like a little loophole in their goddamn system, how you could become a hero like that, and we'll see how that rolls. And then episode 2 was pretty much how the B-ranked leader 1 was pretty much trying to get Saitama in her group, because she said, if you're not in my group, I'm gonna make sure you can't rank up or whatnot. And she didn't know that Saitama was super strong and whatnot, so they came to his place and whatnot and tried to and she didn't know how strong Saitama was. She pretty much tried to get her 2 lackeys to pretty much beat him down and whatnot, but that didn't roll because he just hit him with 1 punch. And she was getting ready. Well, she wasn't getting ready. She was trying to fight him now because she's an Esper, because her sister is Tornado or whatever, the ranked S-class one, not rank 1, but the one that's up there in S-class. Then Saitama called a little girl and whatnot. So as they're fighting and whatnot, Genos was fighting Speed of Sonic, and he was testing out his new moves and whatnot. And then Saitama pretty much just disregarded her, and he beat Speed of Sonic or Sound of Sonic, whatever you want to call his name and whatnot. And then they went back to his place, and Saitama was just reading his book and whatnot, and she was pretty much like thinking to herself, or I don't know if she said it out loud, but maybe she should roll with him or whatnot because he's super strong. And then she was talking about how, because he's super strong, so we'll see how that plays out in the end. But that is all for this video. I am gonna do the videos more when the episodes come out so it can be better. But this is Sanni saying sayonara.